Hello and welcome to Grand Valley Highway 1 for round 1 of the WAC E World Tour, a fully electric endurance series. John Boy's on pole with Tweetman second, Unicorn, then Ollie, Dr. Pepsi, myself, Foffy and McFlurry at the back, and we are away for 40 minutes around this track. Only one pit stop allowed to recharge and place tyres, so these drivers are going to have to be as conservative as they can be. And believe me, these cars are speedy. These are the Volkswagen ID.Rs. These are very, very fast cars, which, as you can see, takes some controlling, that all-wheel drive and DRS as well. And Tweetman slips into the lead. Tweetman, the organiser and creator of this series, so I think he knows what he's doing. Well, we'd like to hope he knows what he's doing. At the back there we've got some movement. That's McFlurry. He's been up to 6th already, but he's got a penalty, so he's not going to be too pleased about that. Very nice design of that car. I'm liking that a lot. Back to the front, Tweetman outbrakes himself. That allows John Boy through, and it puts Ollie on the back of these two as they're fighting, so neither of them actually getting away because they're fighting amongst each other, and that could make their lives difficult later on. Tweetman now, oh wow, that's a fantastic view there. I think we'll name that one Ocean View because these the corners don't really have names, so if you've got any good names for these corners, let us know. John Boy leading the way. The car looks fantastic. Oh, but it looks like it's in the wrong place at the moment as John Boy ploughs through some cones. Luckily misses those big polystyrene bags. And that's Ollie into second. Has he got a slipstream of Tweetman? The wings are wide open, look. Then they snap shut as they get to the tunnel. The driver's making as much use of those DRS systems as possible. Not only does it improve speed, but of course it's going to help with the battery management as well by reducing the drag while they're accelerating. So good work by everybody, keeping the cars pointing in the right direction. Although I did hear a bump that I think somebody just caught the wall. We've got Unicorn now moving up on John Boy. Unicorn, of course, raced in our Porsche Taycan series, along with John Boy, Ollie, Tweetman, and the other drivers here. So Unicorn used to that lifting and coasting. John Boy just a little bit outbraked himself there. Oh, Unicorn. It's not too bad. It's just off a little bit. Still pointing in the right direction. No penalty. Unicorn keeps going. In the lead, Tweetman has a penalty, so Ollie's going to be trying his best to stay as close as possible to Tweetman. And this could be an opportunity for Ollie to make it into the lead. Oh, Tweetman's outbraked himself. That final hairpin, very tricky. And Ollie just able to get his car where he needed it. So Ollie now taking the lead of this race. It's good to see. And he's going to want to keep it. He's not going to want Tweetman getting in his way with his penalty and whatnot. Oh, but Ollie there absolutely wiping out some cones as he tries to stay ahead, and I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get a good advantage. The penalty zone is on the bridge. We go through the tunnel, out onto the bridge, and this is going to show you just what a half-second penalty does. Tweetman loses all his momentum, and that's going to allow John Boy to catch up. Bit of a cruel place to put a penalty zone, but there you go. Don't get penalties. In the background there we just saw Dr. Pepsi get past me. So Dr. Pepsi on the move. For this series, Dr. Pepsi running that superb looking Escuri livery. So he's teamed up with Tweetman for this series. Will they be able to work as teammates? Well, we will find out as the season progresses. Oh, but that is not the way to do it, Dr. Pepsi. That is a barrier you just got stuck under. Tweetman is caught back up with Ollie, so he's used a little bit extra power just to get back onto Ollie's tail. Now, is he going to allow Ollie to dictate the pace of the race and sit back and save power in the slipstream? Or is Tweetman going to want to dictate the race pace himself? Bit of a tongue twister, that one. In the background, John Boy just keeping these two visible. Ollie doing a great job in the lead. It's good to see him there as well. Tweetman much closer to Ollie than he has been now. Is he going to go for a dive into the hairpin? I don't think he's actually close enough to do that. He covers off John Boy. Oh, he's too busy looking at John Boy and he's gone out wide. Tweetman tumbling down the order into 5th and making a real mess as well. Someone's got to clean that up. It's probably going to be me. Unicorn being chased and caught now by Tweetman. So Tweetman using that extra power once again. John Boy right up behind McFlurry. Oh, McFlurry's gone wide. McFlurry there just touched the barrier. He's put in behind Unicorn and under threat from Tweetman. And he's handed second place back to John Boy. John Boy working his way back up the order. Here comes Tweetman. Oh, he's going to make the move on McFlurry. Yep, brakes later. McFlurry tries to come back, but there's no way through if he tried to go for the pass. He'd have had a Unicorn in his way. Throwing beanbags around now, apparently. What a great shot as they go through the tunnel. Give you some idea of just how incredibly fast these cars are. And everybody very, very close together. Oh, look at this. McFlurry just got no way through. Tweetman as well, I think, went for a pass and got blocked. Got Dr. Pepsi there in the background. Oh, Tweetman's got a penalty. Got to save that next lap. He's too late in this lap. Unicorn also carrying the Ascari banner, so Unicorn's going to be working with Tweetman and Dr. Pepsi. It seems like there's some alliance forming here to dictate who's going to win, so we need to be wary of these sneaky people all working together. Unicorn's got a good run on John Boy. In fact, John Boy's got a penalty. Oh, John Boy gets away a little bit as Unicorn gets punted by Tweetman, and we've got a slow Ollie. Oh, he's just gone wide at Ocean View. Unlucky Ollie. Down to 4th, but with a penalty, so that's really going to hurt. And meanwhile, Dr. Pepsi's made it through past McFlurry. So Dr. Pepsi on the move. McFlurry's going to try and come back here, I think. No, look at all these cars jockeying position up ahead. Unicorn there just lost out to Tweetman. John Boy in the lead, of course, because of Ollie's accident. Unicorn and Tweetman side by side, but Unicorn's got the slipstream, and that's going to be absolutely invaluable in these cars. With John Boy having the penalty, will Unicorn take the lead when we get to the bridge? Tweetman there a little bit leery coming into this section, but we could have a few changes of position on the bridge because there's a few penalties knocking around. So we'll stick with Unicorn first as John Boy serves his penalty. Yep, Unicorn sweeping into the lead. Tweetman kept his position. Dr. Pepsi managed to get past Ollie because Ollie had quite a sizable penalty. So we're just over a quarter of the way through the race now, and our new race leader is Unicorn. Tweetman starting to put pressure on John Boy. Dr. Pepsi catching up with Tweetman. So Tweetman won't necessarily be driving in his mirrors because he's got his teammate behind him, will no doubt be talking to him. And Tweetman makes it through into second place on John Boy. Has he outsized John Boy enough for Dr. Pepsi to come past? It's going to be a drag race down the start-finish straight. And it looks like Dr. Pepsi using a little extra power just to get John Boy behind him. So the driver's ganging up on John Boy, who they know to be a phenomenally fast driver. and certainly one of the dangers in this series. Got a whole gaggle of drivers here with penalties. Ollie with a 1.5 second penalty. Got McFlurry with a half a second penalty. Like John Boy might have a half second penalty as well, but McFlurry there making the pass on Ollie. Ollie, who was leading, now he's among the traffic. He's struggling a little bit. It is hard to keep your pace up when you're in traffic in these races. In fact, it looks as though Ollie's about to come under pressure from myself. Or maybe not. He's scampered away again. Never mind. Ollie sizing up McFlurry. McFlurry goes left, McFlurry goes right, and McFlurry gets passed by Ollie. Oh, and Ollie blocks McFlurry as he comes out of that corner, and that causes him to lose a second place. So McFlurry down into 7th. Now looks like we're going to battle for 5th as well, briefly. These cars look so good, but believe me, they are so difficult to drive. Is McFlurry going to go for a move? Don't think his DRS is open, so he might have enough straight line speed. I think he might have forgot to open it or forgot to assign it before the race, so that'll be hindering him. Tweetman very close to Unicorn. Unicorn, a lapse of concentration perhaps. Unicorn off into the dirt, struggling to get the car pointing in the right direction. Dr. Pepsi comes through as well, so Unicorn down to 3rd. Oh, now in the background John Boy off as well, so Ollie comes through into 4. And who's that going very slowly? Unicorn going very slowly. Fluffy's retired the car, and I think Unicorn has some sort of technical issue. So Tweetman is back into the lead of this race. And we've got our first energy stops. Myself, Dr. Pepsi, Ollie and McFlurry all diving into the pits. That'll be new tyres and fully recharged batteries. But Tweetman, John Boy have saved more energy, so they're going to have more energy for the second stint. It's a good strategy, and it's impressive they managed to go so fast while doing it. Meanwhile, Unicorn going very, very slowly. That's a worry. Perhaps run out of energy? Maybe. The question is now, where's everybody going to feed out? You see, that's myself having jumped the entire group with those pit stops by saving a little bit of energy. Ollie there with a penalty of their own. John Boy's a long way now behind Tweetman, but these two surely coming into the pits very soon. Can Tweetman go another lap? He can't. Tweetman into the pits. Here we go. So is John Boy going to take the lead of the race, or is John Boy going to pit? I think he'll pit. Yep. John Boy swings that car into the pits. Are they going to stay ahead of me? Or is the undercut incredibly powerful? It does seem as though this pack is a long way back from the lead two cars. Going into the final hairpin, and Tweetman has just pulled away from his pit box, so Tweetman is going to maintain that lead. What about John Boy? Is he going to come out in second? He's leaving his pit box now. John Boy down into 3rd. That's myself up into 2nd. Well, I didn't see that coming, but there it is. And John Boy all over the back of that car now. John Boy on fresh rubber, wanted to make the most of it. He's going for the pass. He's having a look. Getting closer, getting closer. No, not this time. John Boy thwarted and frustrated. behind John Boy. McFlurry jockeying for position. McFlurry might want to take advantage of this. Tweetman is the big winner. He's laughing all the way to the bank at the moment because he's scurrying away. Oh, could you go around outside? No, he can't. Right now, second place is a bit awkward for John Boy, but he wants it. Well, he wants first really, but he needs second first. How are we doing through here? Oh, Ollie had a look there at McFlurry. Didn't quite pay off. A few cars just went off onto the dirt. That's John Boy with a penalty. Oh, and myself with a penalty as well. So, Ollie looking good in fourth. Perhaps gain from this. But we'll have to wait until we get back to the bridge. McFlurry as well with a penalty. So that's a bit of an awkward lap, a bit of a clumsy lap. Through the tunnel we go. And the back end has gone on that car. Oh, that's a big impact. And that, unfortunately, is the Grandpa Mobile out of contention. And it's just so hard to get these cars lined up. It looks as though Unicorn could come back through. This car just won't get going, look. And that is Unicorn through. And that's my race effectively over. So then there were 5. And they're being led by this man, Tweetman. He's got less than half a race to go. John Boy's quite a way back. He's going to have to really put the hammer down. But at the moment he's got Ollie breathing down his neck. He's got a bit of space behind him because Dr. Pepsi and McFlurry have been fighting. And they've slowed each other down. Oh, McFlurry managed to get alongside Dr. Pepsi. Couldn't quite make the move. He's going to have another go just here. The side by side as they're coming towards the final hairpin. McFlurry makes it into the lead. Dr. Pepsi there. Can he come back on the straight? Here we go. Gonna try and get that slipstream. Dr. Pepsi with the DRS open, and once again McFlurry without it. So McFlurry not fully prepared for this race. However, he just uses some extra energy, and that's enough to keep him ahead of Dr. Pepsi. Although the battle's raging, it looks as though McFlurry's actually starting to drop Dr. Pepsi. So he's really pushing. He's pushed too hard there. McFlurry outbraked himself, and that is Dr. Pepsi up into 4th place. We were pleased about that because it was certainly starting to look tricky to get past McFlurry. Oh, Ollie there with a cut penalty. Oh, he'll be annoyed at himself for that. Oh, so annoyed that he's off the track and touches the barrier. That's not going to help his charge against John Boy, and he gets a penalty for doing that as well. Oh, it goes from bad to worse for Ollie. He's got to be wary now that Dr. Pepsi's not too far behind him, and he could find himself in trouble. At least Ollie does have John Boy to give him a little bit of a tow. John Boy himself with half a second penalty, so Ollie's not going to lose touch too much with the car in front. That's exactly where he ends up when we get to the bridge. Did Ollie just touch the wall then? Oh no! Ollie missed his braking point. That's another second and a half, so it's just piling up. And Dr. Pepsi getting closer and closer because of that. And it looks as though Ollie's going to lose out. Is he also going to lose out to McFlurry? McFlurry's coming now. Oh, disaster for Ollie, who was chasing John Boy. Only about half a lap to go now in this race. Tweetman has absolutely dominated it. He's been absolutely electric, so to say. Not many corners left. Has he saved enough energy? He should have done, because Tweetman did pit 1 lap later than the other drivers. other than John Boy, who should also have a good amount of energy left. Ocean View for the last time. And this is a run down to the final hairpin. There's John Boy, so John Boy's done more to catch up. But it's just unfortunately been too much of a high demand for John Boy's car. Here we go, round the final corner. All Tweetman has to do now is power it to the line, get that car home without running out of energy. And it is victory in race 1 for Tweetman. John Boy brings his car home second. Here it is. Ollie has done well to claw himself back up to third place. Well done, Ollie. Here he comes, he's got Dr. Pepsi behind him. Both these drivers look quite slow at the moment by comparison. I think Dr. Pepsi might have run out of energy or be very, very critical on energy. McFlurry also very, very slow right now. Myself looking very slow. Unicorns run out of energy. Wow, so this racing series could be more difficult than it first appears. But for Tweetman, it's absolute child's play. Well done. Congratulations on the first win of the first race of the first season of the WAC-E World Tour. That's quite an opening race. How will the season progress? Well, there's only way to find out, and that's to stick with us, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and then you'll know when the next race is coming. Thank you to our channel sponsor Button Bashers for PCs, consoles, games and accessories, to our Patreon patrons who support the channel in their unique way, and to our Discord members who take part in these races. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to those around you. Walruses! Yes! Or are they sea lions? Sea lions! Yes! Oh, look at them, they're adorable. They're worth the cost of the game alone, aren't they?